the most accurate weather forecast in South Texas with meteorologist Juan Acuna.
Good evening to everyone. We're taking a live look at our live Skycam network atop of our Chris 6 studios and looking towards Corpus Christi Bay. That's Spawn Hospital off in the distance. We're looking off in the east. A fizzly, drizzly mist all across the coastal bend. The streets are damp, but the activity is slowly beginning to deteriorate as far as the light shower activity is concerned. But the fog, mist, and the light drizzle is going to stay with us as we look at the looping radar and take a closer look. Basically going along 69 and 77 from Driscoll down to Bishop into Kingsville. We still have some light shower activity that's falling in those locations. Off to the west, out near Odom and Sinton, out around Cal Allen, they're getting us some light shower activity, and that's extending all the way up into Skidmore, into portions of Woodsboro, Sinton as well, and that extends all the way to the Victoria Crossroads and out around Goliad as well. There's nothing severe out there. It's just some light shower activity mixed in with the mist and drizzle. So as I mentioned earlier, please use caution on the roads as we've gotten over right at 3/10 of an inch of rain here in Corpus Christi officially, just over 3/10 off in Kingsville, 200s in Alice, and a few hundreds off near the coastline as well. So what's ahead for us here? Well, the fog and drizzle, that's going to be persistent for tonight. However, as we go into tomorrow, we are looking at less rainfall activity, and in fact, we will see a few rays of some sunshine, so that's some good news there. And the warm temperatures which we had to today, those are also going to stay with us all the way through Saturday. We should be into the lower 70s for this time of year, and we're going to be looking for the middle to upper 70s over the next couple of days. If that's not your cup of tea, you want some colder weather, there is another Arctic blast on the way. Don't put away the blankets just yet. Don't put away the jackets either, because that is expected to arrive here as we go into late Saturday on into Sunday. Early next week looks like a cold, dreary mess. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what's on the way. We're at 73 degrees right now. We have lots of 70s across the map. The exception is Port Aransas into the upper 60s at this point, with the winds pretty much out of the south-southeast around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Look at our dew points. I mean, we're really saturated. The atmosphere has a lot of humidity in it. Dew points are into the upper 60s to lower 70s as we have this warm front that is pretty much bisecting the coastal bend, and right along that warm front, that's where we're seeing most of the light shower activity associated with this, and pushing all the way up into Houston. That's where they're seeing some thunder shower activity. Some of those could get a little bit on the severe side with some hail, but I'm expecting that activity to stay far removed from us. There's a cold front up to the north too, and it has some pretty cold air associated with it, as a lot of humid air is riding out ahead of this. The drier air has been shoved back off to the west into portions of West Texas, parts of the Permian Basin as well. There is a lot of cold air that is bottled up to the north, and it's trying to make its way down. Notice in Wichita, they're only at 23 degrees, single digits, of course, up into the northern sections of the plains. However, pushing on further into Canada, we have these temperatures that are minus 30, minus 42 degrees. Some of this is going to start to make its way down. The cold is not done yet. This is going to continue to ride down tomorrow afternoon. Some of that colder air pushes into the central plains. It's still going to be pretty warm here despite the cloud coverage, as we're going to be much into the 70s here by Friday afternoon. But notice that cold air continues to dive on down. 33 degrees in Amarillo on Saturday afternoon. We'll be into the upper 70s here in the coastal bend, but Saturday night into early Sunday, that front is going to be barreling through the region. We're talking about teens up into the north, and we're talking about 40s and 50s for highs here as we go into Sunday and on into Monday and Tuesday of next week. In the meantime, though, we're dealing with all the humidity. We will look for the showers and the humid conditions to continue here. A little bit of some sunshine tomorrow afternoon, not a whole lot, but nonetheless it'll be there. The front up to the north, this one holds up in central Texas. It's got to wait for that next punch that'll come late Saturday and on into Sunday. Until then, we're going to stay very warm. NEC Co-op Energy 7-day forecast shows up warm and humid conditions, 60s for lows, fog in the morning, 70s and even some 80s in the afternoon. But next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Paula, look at that. Showers, cold, windy, afternoon highs in the 40s.